I know that child trafficking actually happens, but they've really like put it in our heads that it's so impossible and something that's just so far off that we don't even need to think about it, even though we know it's going on in the United States. We know that I-20 is a hotspot for trafficking. And yeah, but it's still like just talking about it, you feel like a crazy person. Like, oh yeah, like are there mass graves or not? Like, gosh.
Well, don't
Yeah.
you know what brought it home to me was Big Jim and I went to several concerts there in Dallas at the, what do they call it, the American Airlines Center or
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah.
And so I got kind of familiar with that area because you have to stand around a long time waiting for the concert, and then you takes a while for all the bodies to get out of the building. So you get familiar with your way around and where the restrooms are and the entrances and the seating and all. And remember, there was a story probably 6, 7 years ago where a family was there for some kind of a concert or an event, and it was a young daughter, maybe 14 to 16-year-old. She needed to go to the restroom. Where their seats were not that far from the nearest restroom. Dad said, go ahead and go. She never came back. He got the security to help look for her. Once the place was emptied out after the concert, they stayed for hours and called in the local DFW police. And they did everything they could to look for her, sent him home. He stayed in a hotel for days. I think he got on Fox News even because of this. And it was something like within 10 days, they found his daughter with people up in Oklahoma, and she was fixing to be trafficked.
Oh my.
That fast. But it was just really a miracle that they caught somebody that ended up being one of the members, and then they caught most of the gang and got her back to her parents before too much bad had happened to her.
Wow.
So it's that quick and that local.
I am curious about like how often that actually happens, because like what I think of whenever it comes to stories like that, and like again, like I know that one actually happened, but you don't hear about it happening that much in that kind of way, and that's obviously like private organization, which is just as horrible, but activities. And
But let me go ahead. I'm sorry.
oh yeah, what concerns me though, whenever we talk about that kind of stuff, is you get these like middle class white women in smaller towns who start freaking out and thinking they're worthy
Yeah.
of being trafficked.